the round table, not round the square or triangle. We come to hang and the gang on Fridays as we're able. We play well here in Camelot, we are chums and fun, but Camelot. We're hanging at the round table, our host is formidable. He runs his strange, lost insane, but sure he's quite unstable. He's hobby mad in Camelot, but seems never to have done a lot. Able, quite incomprehensible, too wretched, and we have no plan but to sit and hear Dodge babble. It's a lazy time in Camelot.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
See it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Grand Hall of Castle Camelot, also known as my basement. I hope all you fellow knights are in noble moods, shall we say. Nice to have all of you here. Let's go straight to the list and see who has chimed in and is still on my list. We've got Sir Tim Abdal, the CEO of the Knights. We've got Sir Aaron from Aaronville. We've got Sir Andy81. Great to have you here. We got Sir Lee working on a Metcalf kit in the background. We've got Sir Brian Jemsky. Great to have you here. We have Sir Chuck Schreiber. Awesome that you have become a regular of the night. Sir Digger Evans. Great to have you here, sir. Hope the shed's going all right. Sir Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Sir Andy the Hot Dog Pilot, the Commandant of the Nightly Air Force. We've got Sir Ifo Fanzon. We got Sir Jeff from Jeff's N-Scale Layout. We've got Sir Josh Cannon. Nice to have you here, Josh. We got Sir Greg from Midsummer Railway. We've got Sir Chris, the model train aficionado. We got Sir Ray Bobel is here. Sir Ray Ron is here. Great to have you here. We've got Sir KJ is here. Great to have you. Bonsoir. Let's see who just popped up on the top of my list. Sir Chase from Chase's Railways. Great to have you here. We've got Sir Tom Couples and Sir Chris from the Valleys is here. There were a couple other names I saw earlier. I think Sir Alan of Reynolds just popped in. Great to have you here. And that is everybody on my list at the moment. So I can turn this back to chat and focus on the chat here. All right. It's been a relatively quiet week. I did put up a video about the 3 Christmas locomotives, and I will eventually do some, I think I'm just going to do it all as one, which will be weird, but sort of a first impressions video of all 3 of them. I haven't done a first impressions because they came in staggered and I didn't know how I was going to do it. I also did a little video about the lighting. I'm going to do one more, show you how I do it. Hey, Sir Clive of Newland Railway is here. Sir Thomas of Split Rock is here. Great to have you too. And Sir Andy of March West Junction, cool video today. And if Sir Mark of Donegal Dad is listening in the background or later, very cool video you posted. I believe it was a couple of days ago, but it went live today. I just didn't see it the other day, so I didn't watch it until this morning. We also put up a new video song, which was pretty much DOA. It didn't get a lot of views or likes. A little disappointed. We put a lot of work into that video. It was a tough song to do. But I thought visually and Joyce's singing, I thought was good enough. I thought we pulled it off well enough. But if you haven't checked it out, check those videos out. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, I'm still on hold. You know, I was hot to trot with the Fowler car. I have not walked away from it. I am on hold because over 2 weeks ago, I ran out of some stuff I need to finish it, and I ordered it from eBay, and the person mailed it this week. It'll be here maybe tomorrow, but with the weather that's hitting, it'll probably be delayed till Monday. So yeah, I've been wanting to, so the hole is still in Delmenhorst. So I've still been in the mood to work on the layout, but I can't do anything more advanced until I can get the bus station all 100% in place, done, and the Fowler car system, which is working. The Fowler car is working. Hey, Sir John Benicki, how great to have you here. It does not have faded colors. I checked the coloring EFO, but the coloring is very sharp and vivid still. So I don't know if it will do poorly in this light. I will put it, I put all my Christmas trains in a Christmas box, a bucket to keep them out of the light. So if it is sensitive to that, I'll do it. But I think for however old this is, I think it's in fantastic. The coloration on it is just brilliant. So, so anyhow, what I've been doing is I've been monkeying around with the micro LED lights, and I came down here and I put some more in. So what I'm going to try to do, which kind of helped me choose the trains this week, it's been a weird week. Joyce has had a very tough week at school. She had she was supposed to have a very ugly meeting today with a parent that's been giving her grief, and the parent canceled out. And her principals kind of went from kind of being on Joyce's side with this to now it's, and I warned Joyce, I said, don't trust that principal. They will, when all is said and done, they will not have your back. They have to be public relations, and you know, the customer's always right, and screw the teacher. Hey, Bohemian, speaking of which, a cool video with your new loco, your 01.5. That's cool. And Sir Darren from Canadian Locomotive Logistics is here. But anyhow, so I'm going to try to run sort of a little bit of, I've lit up enough of it, I think it'll show up with the lights out, and then all the trains except the freight train have interior lighting. Some will flicker. Hey, there's Lord Al. How are you, Sir Alan of Wales, as opposed to Sir Alan of Dover? So yeah, that's kind of all I've done this week. I've just been sitting around waiting. I've off and on been fighting a little bit of a cold, but nothing too big a deal. My grandson was sick, but I managed to have him this week, so that was good. So you got a Tycho Mantua. Okay, I know a Mantua is a type of locomotive, but what type of locomotive, I don't know. But so yeah, it's just oh, something else I picked up. Saw these at a thrift shop. The people didn't know what they were. $2, $2. I told them these are old wagon numbers for German trains. So obviously somebody had been in Germany, gone to Germany, and somehow came across these and had passed away, and somebody just donated all their stuff to the thrift shop. And yeah, I thought those were, what the hell? I don't have a lot of train memorabilia. I really don't. I have got a 2004 Deutsche Bahn traffic map for Germany, all the routes at the time, but it's drastically been changed by then. And then a couple of things I picked up from Herb, some destination or route signs from a couple of different trains, and also certificates from a couple of the Märklin things he had, collector trains like the ICE Amtrak and such. But I thought those were cool. So yeah, I've kind of been in the mood. I've been talking to my daughter. I'd like her to make me a big Deutsche Bahn sign, or as big as the Knights of the Rhomboid table and Model Train Outsider sign she made for me. This time next week, you'll be watching the stream over the Atlantic from London to Montreal. Wow, you're going to be, well, still about 8 hours away from me, but it is that. You're just gluing some coach numbers to your coaches today. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hopefully post something about that if you do. Anyhow, and then the other thing, a long delayed Christmas card finally arrived with a little gift inside. So as requested by Lord Al, it is hanging right behind me. We have the flag of Wales back there, proudly flying. I probably should hang it horizontal, but I've got it going vertical right now. I didn't know if the dragon should be there. There are etiquette rules. Should the dragon be facing up or facing down when you display it like this? There are etiquette, just like when you hang the German flag vertically, the black stripe has to be to the left, and so on and so on. Cannonball Express from Casey Jones. Ah, okay. So anyhow, speaking of that, let's get trains going. And then I'm just sort of in a kind of frazzled state of mind, but we'll get trains going and see what comes up in the chat. So where are we? There we are, 11 lane. In the front, we're running that new SudExpress Class 159 that is just such a beautiful, vibrant color and just a gorgeous train. The detailing on it's amazing. So making only its second appearance in the live stream since I bought it. So it's time to let it do its thing. And the only car that's not lit today, you're looking at more buildings. 3.5 hours for you if you want to. Oh, okay. You guys are talking about the Doncaster show. Did I say that right? It's Doncaster, the Donnie. Yeah. All right, and in lane 2, we're running the ICE4. It's been a little while since we've run the ICE4, at least this one. Oh, slow down. I cranked him up too fast. Sorry. In lane 3, getting a chance to run the outer loop is the Metronom. Technically, Metronoms do not go to Delmenhorst, but this guy gets to do that today. So we'll get him in action. All right, in lane 4, we've got the Brawa. This is the Velaro. All 4 cars are double deckers with the Velaro. So I need to get the correct remote here and get that moving. I do love this. This is one of my, in terms of just how sharp it is, these 2 units are a couple of my favorites. They're so well lit and well detailed, and I just love the design of them. I'd like to add that Roco double-decker railjet to the collection with these. I'm going to slow him down. He's doing short loops, so let's slow down, my friend. Yeah, let's keep you nice and slow there. And then we go to the screen here, and we're going to run this dude. This is the RRX National. The company's called National Express. The particular line is the RRX, the Rhine-Ruhr Express, 2 rivers in Germany, basically the industrial area, Köln, all the way through Düsseldorf, Dortmund, Essen, Gelsenkirchen, and all that area up there in the Ruhr Valley. Yeah, I think that's a good speed. And then in the back, we're running the Lint Class 648. My third oldest piece of model train. That was the 3rd model train I ever bought. I bought the IC3, and then I bought the Regio Bahn and a couple of the Class 146 red Regio locomotive and a couple of cars, and then I bought the 648. So those guys have been with me for well, let's see, it was February of 2016 that I bought the red Regio, and then it was April that I bought the 648 running there. So we'll keep it here for a minute, make sure everything's going well. Although I have been definitely, with all the gremlins I had, I've been spending more time through the week down here, making sure everybody seems to be running smoothly. Hey, there's Sir Randall Ellison. And I believe that's Sir Mark and Dame Lisa from Moneybrook Junction, or did I blow that? Did my brain just have a... And did I see Monsville is here? Hi, Monsville. I'd say I hope you're all right, but... And there is Sir Steve from Stormy Sky Productions. All right, give everybody a couple of laps here. And like I said, I've been doing a much more involved job of testing them and making sure, giving them multiple test laps. Well, the thing is, everybody is Sir. I refer to everybody as Sir. But if somebody would prefer the feminine version of Sir, then it's Dane. Just like in British heraldry, the guy is Lord, the woman is Dane. Or I'm sorry, the guy is Sir, the lady is Dane. If it's Lord, like Lord Owl, then it's lady. Lord and lady, Sir and Dame. And Marquise, Marquesa, Earl, Duke, Duchess. Dame Al doesn't sound right. Well, I didn't call him Dame Al. So anyhow, let's see what's on the floor today, because it looks like we're off to a decent start. Let's see if we can go 4 live streams in a row without gremlins. We've been on a winning streak, and I'm dooming it by pointing that out. But we've had 3 good ones in a row. And so floor cam on the floor. I really could not decide, because when I first started, I thought I was going to run a bunch of my American trains above and below, and then I changed my mind, decided not to, and I'll save that for some other time. And I couldn't decide what to run, and literally only about lunchtime this morning, I was busy. I didn't get to watch Steve Childers' lunchtime stream, and when I finally was free, I was like, oh crap, I still haven't decided what to run. So I'm running the 2 Class 43s in honor of our new song that we put out this week, which starts off with honoring the Class 43. So we'll get these guys into motion. Although this guy has needed a little, sort of like the Duchess, needs a little shove to get going. Oh, that's right. How'd you get derailed? I have to double check him. I think that's part of the problem. I think he's yep, he's not railed. I gotta wait for this guy to chug around so I can fix him. Now, you were all right when I tested you. How did I derail you? What did I do to derail you? Or did you derail yourself? Yeah. All right, there'll be a brief interlude here. I will let you watch that while I work with this guy. Come here, fella. What is your major malfunction, soldier? Whoops. Oh, clumsy old hand strike again. Okay, so how bad did I whack that camera? He's running a little rough. Ran great the last show he was on. Okay, so anyhow, let me catch up. Anybody come in while I was... Hey, Sir Carl from Bangor Junction. Sir Hi from H&H Express, which is Hi and Helmy, his wife. Yeah. May have to change locomotives there. He's being a little silly down there. Let's see. Did I turn them off? There we go. Okay. Thanks, Chris. That is the Metronome. Germany has both the national rail company called Deutsche Bahn, or you'll see it abbreviated on my channel, DB all the time, Deutsche Bahn, if you don't know. I don't want to tell anybody anything they don't know. And Deutsche Bahn controls all the traffic, public or private individual companies. But Deutsche Bahn will sell off routes, and in most cases, it's regional. So like the Metronome is based outside of Hamburg, a town called Uelzen. And that's its headquarters. But basically it handles some of the regional traffic, southwest and southeast and due south of Hamburg and back. So the Metronomes will go from Hamburg over to Hanover, Hamburg to Bremen. They don't go into Delmenhorst, Hamburg to, some go to Oldenburg, but not many. And then a bunch of like Bremerhaven and on to the coast. So the Metronome, I think they go to Lüneburg as well, but it's basically into and out of Hamburg. It's a local traffic into and out of Hamburg, which they share with Deutsche Bahn. And I don't think, somebody can correct me, I don't think there's anybody else that is specifically centered on Hamburg. All right, Monsville, take care. We're thinking of you. There's Alex, which is based in the town of Horn in Bavaria, because there's a couple of towns called Horn in Germany. Like there's a couple of towns called Frankfurt, just like there's 5 Toledos in the United States. We're just the only one that counts. There's Toledo, Washington, Toledo, Oregon on the West Coast. And then there's Toledo, Illinois, and Toledo, Iowa. And then there's Toledo, Ohio. There was a Toledo, Michigan, but it changed its name. Well, yeah, it's Hamburger Hochbahn. But that's a different... Hey, Sir Andre! Hello, hello. Say hi before you fell asleep. You're extremely tired. As am I. I hope I don't fall asleep while running trains. But yeah, I as I prepared for this live stream today, I don't want to sound egotistical, but I was looking at going, I picked a nice, colorful selection of trains today. I suppose I mean, even if I wanted to float, the only thing I would have taken out is the freight train and thrown in like the Flix train just to get that green. But otherwise, they're really mostly, well, the Metronome's old. The Metronomes I've had for about 7-8 years now, which to me is old considering how long I've been in the hobby. I've had it a long, long time. It goes back to my earliest table before I even had a layout, when I just had a couple of loops of track on the table. I don't think it was top 5. I think in order of what I bought, it was, well, yeah, the IC3 was the first one I bought. The IC3 was the first one I bought. Then it was the Class 146 in German red, the Verkehrsrot, with the double-decker Regio Bahn coaches. Then it was the Lint 648. Well, actually, it's a Lint 41. Deutsche Bahn BR 648, the diesel 648. And then it was the first Metronome I had, which was a generic Piko locomotive and a couple of cheap Piko coaches. And I had problems with that. It was a Piko hobby brand, and I had problems. I finally sold it off to somebody and bought this one. But I think in between that, I bought the Austrian Railjet. No, I bought the Czech Railjet and then the Austrian Railjet. Joyce bought me the Class 187 freighter and some freight cars, and then I got this metronome. But I love this metronome. Hey, Sir Raymond Legs is here. Hey, Sir Seppa is here. No, I'm sorry, no 218 running today. I've got quite a few 218s, but none of them made it today. So my apologies if you really love the 218. Hey, Sir Eric. Happy Half Day Friday. Well, is Dino going to Doncaster? He might be traveling. There's a few people that I don't expect to see because they're traveling today. And there's a couple other people I know are doing something else, so they can't be here today. Jean Ricard, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think he's been in Copenhagen the last couple of days settling his late aunt's estate. I know a couple other people told me it's Friday. They're going out with friends, which is why I'm always surprised, especially from the European side, the UK European side, that I get many Europeans and Brits and Irish, because it's Friday. You might be going out, going to the pub, going to a movie, going to a show. I'm just boring. Joyce and I used to do Saturday date nights. And we did that for years and years and years, but we always went out to dinner, go to the comedy club or something like that on Saturday nights, and it was date night for years and years. But that ended with COVID, and we never started it back up. You went dare go out on a Friday. Well, that's lovely to hear. Sir Tom Couples, if I didn't say hi to you, hello. Oh, we'll have to get these guys. Come on, where is it? Up the ramp. Here they come. Coming at you. Double decker. Heading into your Friday. 2 for the price of 1. Don't get much better than that. Which is kind of sad when you think about it. Time for hot apple pie and cold double cream. Gotcha. Oh, they're all going to go right past here right now. We're going to catch a 3-way meet. It's a threesome. A German train sandwich. There's a nice low ground view for you. I fell way behind. I was admiring the one view too much. All right, let's go this way. We'll get 5 of them here. We're going to get all 5. Well, I should not all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got the little RRX coming in. And unfortunately, the 648 was on the other side of Bremen. Ray, yes, I added ballast last spring. I finally fixed all the little things that were driving me crazy about the track here. And while I was at it, I built the new platforms and I relined the track. And while I was at that, I said, to hell with it. Let's get the ballast in now that the track's all set. So it's got ballast, it's got grass. So, yep, I did a lot. Oh, hello, Sir Dave from Scott Rails. What brand are the container wagons? They are mostly Märklin, but there's definitely some Roco and some Fowler add-ons. The very last one in yellow, the red flatbed. Well, let me try to catch one real quick. Most of these are Märklin. They're pretty much all Märklin. Some of them are Fowler containers for the flatbeds that I bought. The very end is Mahano. So the yellow there with the red flatbed, that's Mahano. But everything else, I think, there might be one Roco. I can't remember. I said Roco at the beginning. Is that Ned Lloyd little mini at the front? Is that Märklin? Or, I mean, is that the Roco? Because I seem to recall buying a Roco container wagon. So, still celebrating your warm new boiler. I get that. Hey, well, hello, Sir Doug. I don't know. Märklin has little fragile parts on them too. Lord knows. I find that out the hard way. Oh, look, I just snapped off this little handrail. Oops. I got to stop picking them up there. I tend to buy Märklin. I tend to buy Märklin. It's what I buy. Nope, they're all over there. All right, we'll go back to that one. It's not because I think Märklin is the best. It's just, it's like to like. My track is Märklin. Most of my, well, about 65, 70% of my locos, that's most, of my locos are Märklin. So, but I will say my Roco locomotives, except for one Class 218, which was a problem from production on because I had pre-ordered it and then they canceled it. And then the pre-order came in anyhow because they apparently kept the orders active. And I got it through LIPA, but it was the fix of the problem. But I don't think they fixed all the problems because it's just a very weak puller. It's not a great runner. By itself, it runs fine, but the minute you add 4 or 5 freight cars behind it, it's like, I can't do this. No. We have been below freezing since the snowfall. Now, there's been some evaporation because we did have a couple of sunny days. So where we had been as high as about, when you add the two storms together and subtract evaporation, I think the deepest we had in the middle of our backyard was about 9.5 inches. So what is that? 23 to 25 centimeters. We have some drifts in our yard that are close to 2 foot high, but then we have a couple areas in our yard where it's only a couple inches because the wind blows it and it catches in that one spot and builds up. But we just had a couple of inches added today, but I'd say we still have 5 or 6 inches deep in the middle of our yard. Yeah, what is the DPU challenge? Presnitz. Okay. You're back. Well, welcome back. So, no, if we get snow in the winter, it sticks around for a while unless we have the weird warm-up day. Today, right about now, it's supposed to get over freezing. Today was a weird day. It started really cold and then it warmed up. Now, next week, they were saying we're going to have days in the 50s. Now they're saying upper 30s, low 40s. Because the weather is just so volatile, the guys can't predict remotely accurately. But we're supposed to get above freezing, and then it's going to go. In fact, we're at exactly freezing right now. And now it just went up a degree. Yeah, we're supposed to have a little bit of a warm up and then a freeze. So they're really worried that tomorrow the roads are going to turn to ice because we're going to get warm enough to melt some snow. The roads will get wet, and then we're going deep freeze into the weekend, and all that water will freeze up and make wonderful black ice. Yeah, see, I couldn't do that, Doug. A distance power unit. I don't really have one, and unless it was an empty shell, I couldn't put it in the middle. Well, that's good. If you're happy doing it, then I'm not going to go out until July. I get that. But no, it's good. My thing is, I don't want my hobby to be work, and there is some work with it. There's some maintenance stuff. I have to clean the track and occasionally tend to the coaches, clean the wheels. There's maintenance. But, you know, some people, they put so much work because they love to work like that. They love to do that. I don't. My hobby is so I can be lazy. It has multiple motor bogies, yeah, I suppose. But not the ICE4 that I'm running today. I tend to think of the DPU as where they've got like a locomotive or a B unit or whatever in the middle of the train to help with a long, you know, because usually you'll see, like with what I see of American Freight, there's anywhere from 2 to 5 locos on the front and then a long string of cars, freight behind it, whether it's hoppers or coal wagons or whatever. And every now and then you will see one going through a couple of parts of Toledo, usually not the main part of Toledo, but some of the bypass routes on Toledo, where they do have a locomotive in the middle and then another one at the end. Yeah, that will all be painted. That is stuff I 3D printed about 3 years ago now, and I have not gotten around to painting them. But as I'm getting ready to really do Delmenhorst, they shall probably get painted sometime in the next year or so, maybe. But yeah, the gray and orange, that is just, those are all buildings I 3D printed. And some of them will go in the scrap heap. You lead with 3 and 1 in the middle. BTV, BBS, VL, BB, BBS setup would work too. Okay. Yeah, it's your parts order is stuck in customs. The shipper marked the package incorrectly that it had wood in it. Now it's in limbo waiting to go through the line again. Yeah, that was the problem with what I sent to Andy is I said HO model train parts and it came up as a red flag, hydrogen peroxide. And it's like the letters HO can stand for more than hydrogen peroxide. So we scribbled out the HO And so British Customs shipped it back twice, held on to it, and then shipped it back twice because they were uncomfortable with the scratched out HO. Yes, Andy, I finally got the story behind it. I asked somebody I know who works to do a search. They're like, yeah, they kept sending it back because of the HO scratched out. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Yeah, I use something in the 90s if I use alcohol, but I don't put alcohol on my tracks. In the long run, it really isn't that bad for your tracks, but if you're going to have a layout going years and years and years, you don't want to use alcohol consistently. You know, every now and then is fine, but there's better stuff to use. There's nothing wrong with using it. I'm not going to get into the whole thing. You shouldn't do it. It's okay. But if you use it consistently on your rails over a long period of time, it will cause the rails to decay. It'll dry them out and you'll develop cracks in them. But I'm just not so livid because I've looked into it and talked to many people. And I know people that are adamant, never use alcohol on it. But to be honest, one of my best cleaners, it's not even one of the track rubbers, as the Brits call it. It is, it's a chamois cloth that I wrap in a sponge block of wood. So I have a hard block of wood, then I have hard foam, and then I wrap the chamois around it, and I just run that along the rails, and yep. Yes, alcohol definitely, yeah, and that's obviously the other reason. But like if you're doing a rag where it's soaked into the rag and you're not leaching it out, then I'm not too worried about it. I will admit I have used some 93% alcohol on a couple of things early on, but yeah, I stopped. YouTube now telling me, hey, you haven't added commercials yet. Not that you haven't had commercials, it's just telling me I haven't added them yet, and I'm not going to. Again, if you get commercials, that's on YouTube. I have my commercial settings to the lowest possible, and YouTube lets me know about it all the time. I get emails, you could be making more money if you would change your settings to this and this and this. Attend this YouTube class and you'll learn more about how you can make more money on YouTube. Hey, have you opened this up? Have you done that? Like, nope. Joyce and I are 100% behind whatever you do on YouTube. How you do your commercials, how you do anything. We don't judge people that way. Joyce and I, we don't judge you that way. We just, it's nice. It's nice. I make a small amount on YouTube for the commercials they put on at the lowest setting, and I have to claim it on taxes. You can use a sanding block on brass and steel track. Yeah, you can. Again, if it's solid metal, yeah, I don't see a real problem. The problem is you get metal shavings, the metal dust that can get into stuff and screw it up. Even when you vacuum, let's face it, you have vacuumed a rug, you have vacuumed a countertop with a hand vac. It doesn't always get all the little bits. Hey, Sir Josh Cannon, how are you? Need a better camera. See, that's something I've done recently is I took one of my oldest sitting songs and I went ahead and recorded me singing. The problem is I'm having a lot of trouble making the video. It's my horrible singing, but I've done the singing to a point where I think it's awful, but maybe I'm a sadist and feel like it's good enough to punish people with. But I've been trying to make a video for about a week and a half, and I'm struggling because the song was actually written during COVID or about 2021, and it was actually ripping on a channel I was angry at. It was very subversively funny, but with a little bit, just a little, well, okay, a lot of reading between the lines. You might have figured out who I was aiming the video at. And I decided it was too mean to ever do. Joyce didn't want to sing it, but I thought I rewrote it so it wasn't an attack on the one channel anymore. I did leave some of my favorite lines in, but I kind of just turned it into making fun of myself. But I've had people, you've mentioned that a few times. Well, who was the channel? There's only a couple of people who know, and they won't tell. Hello, a squirrel. Not to be confused with a tree. Super, super. You use your phone since no one can hear you on your Kindle. Could be. Your phones definitely put a much higher quality mic. Kindles, do they even have a microphone? My wife has an old Kindle, and it doesn't have a mic as far as I know. Oh, quite the Renaissance bed, I see. Well, there's that, Andy. The commercials, because of Google and Facebook and all these, even though Google and Facebook are not technically related, they're related. Let's change cameras. Let's go long view for a bit, and then I'll go down on the floor. But you can see on the floor. Facebook, Google, YouTube, they create little scientific readouts of who you are based on what you watch on YouTube and what you watch and click on, your shopping habits online. So Amazon and all of that, they all give each other. So their ads are tailor-made supposedly to you. Although I get some ads, especially political ads, it's like, you clearly pay no attention to me on other social media. I don't get political on YouTube in the train community, but I'm very political elsewhere. And it's like wrong messaging there, dudes. Well, Bohemian, that's true, but it couldn't sustain itself. It was one thing when there was 1 million people on it worldwide. But beginning with COVID, there is, what did I just read? There's 119 million registered users, of whom 72 million, something like that, 72 million have active channels where they posted videos, including channels that have 1 billion subscribers and channels that have 5 subscribers. It was not sustainable to keep it free. The amount, were originally just creator content and advertising in certain areas and other businesses. But once Google bought it, they and expanded it, it had to be, I hate the commercials too, but it's a symptom of the disease. There are just so many more people on it. YouTube has exploded exponentially in the last 6 years. you know, I think like pre-COVID, it was about 19 million active users, and now it's 72 million active users plus another 40 million that are just, you know, the people with a letter in their ID and have no content. Hey, Sir Andy and Puffcan, and hello, Dane Mara. Welcome in. Great to have you both here. So, you know, unfortunately, I get it. What I don't like is how, especially since Google took it over, and especially since Google made some very shady deals, they've changed. It used to be that if you were monetized or had, you could say no commercials. I'm not going to monetize, no commercials. Now they throw commercials whether you monetize or not. If you have so many view hours, they throw commercials on your channel. Then it could be, you could preset that all commercials were skippable at 5 seconds, 15, or 30, that you could skip them, or you could make people watch the whole commercial. There's some big channels that they made, you know, it was frustrating because they made you watch all 3 minutes of commercials in the middle of their video, before their video. You could also say where, in the middle, at the beginning, at the end. And they took that away. So now, even when I have mine set to the lowest settings and skip after 5 seconds, Google plays to the other side and says, look, if you pay us extra money for your commercials, we'll make them non-skippable. So if you look at the ads, go to the bottom and look at sponsored. And the sponsored ads cannot be skipped, or they'll pay a lower fee and be sponsored, but they can be skipped after 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 30 seconds. But you're finding all of a sudden, oh, this is a sponsored ad, so you can't skip it. And yeah, it's dirty pool, but it's capitalism, free market enterprise. I hate it because I've got, you know, I bought Joyce picked some things from this online clothing company called Mod Lily. So I bought her some shirts. Now my Facebook feed and every video I watch has at least 2 Mod Lily commercials. And then you get all the commercials you can't avoid, like the bearskin. Or the new one that's really annoying. You guys in the UK won't get it, but if you're an American, have you seen the govplus.com ads? What are you doing? Oh, I forgot to renew my passport, so I'm taking my trip. You know, duck lip blonde. It's like, if people are that stupid to travel, they shouldn't have passports. The Gov Plus commercials are so annoying. So yeah, hey, hello, Sir Dwight of Curly. Welcome in. Yeah, I hate that too, Raymond. When you go in and all of a sudden they've got the big box ad, I have to refresh until that's gone. So yeah, I'm toying with paying the fee, but it's up to, you know, somebody just said $13.99. I thought they just announced they're raising it to like $20 a month now to be ad free. Hatton's were near perfect. Yeah, Hatton's was oh yeah. Well, I spent most of my life correcting people's grammar professionally, but I never do it publicly or online. But when somebody is paying millions of dollars to have a commercial made, then I start correcting again. Oh, Trivago. Yeah, I get, because I use Airbnb, I get all these Airbnb commercials. And it's like, guys, you don't have to advertise Airbnb to me. I use it. See, there are certain things. It's like I'm getting Modellbahn Shop Lipa ads. And it's like, yeah, I already use Modellbahn Shop Lipa. You know, the old phrase, preaching to the choir. You don't have to advertise Modellbahn Shop Lipa to me. You might want to try to advertise other train shops to me. I already use Lipa. Oh, indeed, Ray-Ron. Yes, certain commercials annoy me because they make you watch at least 30 seconds before you can skip them. And it's always the most annoying commercials that do that. But it's, in the end, I grew up watching commercials. Now, when I was a kid, you had 24 minutes of show and 6 minutes of commercials back in the 60s. And then the government changed it to 23/7. Now it's 21 and a half, 8.5. So a half-hour show now only has, you get 3 minutes less of a show now than you did when I was a kid. Or is it 22/8? I think it's 21 and a half, 8.5. But when I was a kid, it was 24 minutes of show, 6 minutes of commercial. That every half hour, you could only have 6 minutes of show. But there was also German channels back in the day where they would show the entire show uninterrupted and then put all the commercials on. So the last 20 minutes of a 2-hour block would just be all the commercials. They showed an hour and 40-minute movie and then 20 minutes of commercials. Not in America, man. We're going to interrupt your show and throw in those cliffhangers. Yeah, get them running. That's right. You got new stuff, you get it on that track and roll it. Oh, right. Where you can just see the end of it. That is a Czech railjet. That's it's made by Austria, and I can't really show you the railjet, but the long blue train there, and I'll go to a camera that maybe has a better view of it. So let's go to, yeah. So that guy right there, once the CCX gets out of the way. But yeah, that blue guy with the white bottom, that is the Czech railjet. It's a high-speed passenger locomotive. Allô, bonsoir, c'est un petit Harry. Tout le monde. Ça va? Comment allez-vous? Comment ça va? But it was actually I saw the Austrian railjet, fell in love with it, and then I saw a Czech railjet and thought, those are cool too. And I found a Czech railjet for a good price, so I bought it. Good does not mean cheap, just cheaper than what you would normally pay for it. So I bought that. And then a couple of months later, I bought the Austrian railjet. No, I don't mind anything. I don't mind anything. Anything a creator wants to do with their channel, it's their world. So, you know, if they want to put commercials to the max, and if I like their channel, I'll work through the commercials and watch their channel. If they want to have if like me, if they want to sell merchandise, that's why I like stores like Teesprings. It was a long week. All right, hi. For a retired man, my week was long, but you know. Don't get caught living a railjet. Hey! What goes on in the privacy of my layout, I can do what I want. There's no victims. Both my railjets are from Roco. They're both Roco. I originally had a Piko railjet, which was actually just some IC cars painted blue to look like the Czech railjet, but it was good enough. They were fine. But that is now in the United Kingdom in the hands of one model. No, I'm going the wrong way. Model Railway Shed Dino. Keep the trains on the track. Hey, Lee, you're jumping on Mike's trackside Mike's line there. Keep it on the tracks. Everybody's got their catch. I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people have their catchphrase. I never intended to create a catchphrase. I just found that I kept ending my live streams and my old videos with the same phrases, so they became my catchphrase. I always say that. Take care, everybody. And then I would always say, because I always say goodbye to friends in Germany, I'll get a saying tschüss. And then I think I did throw happy trains as a, I threw it in as a snarky comment once. I was trying to be funny, you know, happy little accidents and that. And I said, happy little trains, happy trains. And then suddenly that got added in. So now my catchphrase is a catch paragraph. I think you could watch about 80% of my live streams and they end with, and on that note, I'm going to say, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Take care, everybody. So, yeah, I've got so many catchphrases now, it's ridiculous. Well, he was speeding along, but he slowed down a bit. It's just nice to see that red HST running. Eurofirma coaches. Okay, I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, they have a different roof profile. And to be honest, I think they have a different window arrangement and profile too. Your catchphrase is a Scottish insult. Well, hello, Sir Steve from Worthington. Nice to have you. And Sir Brad from Willow Creek is here. People come and go. 2 weeks ago, I had 370 views when it was all said and done on my live stream. Last week, it was 470. We're usually somewhere between 350 and 450. Every now and then, we go 500, 600, but I think that's pretty good. What really blows me away is the number of views I get after the stream is over. We pick up almost an additional 100 views on the stream. I find that amazing. Acme, Wile E. Coyote's favorite brand. Yeah, but to be honest, thanks to all those jokes of Acme, I bought an Acme locomotive and I was scared to buy it, but they were the only one who made this locomotive I wanted. I've got to get it fixed. It needs a new decoder. Okay, yeah, now I get it. Yeah, the Monty Python. But the problem is you can't do a visual joke You can't do a visual joke unless you add the bed and go nipping off into the kitchen and getting those, you know, you got to do the rest of the bit. No, wait, don't go nipping off. I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall do when I've only paused. Oh, that virgin is moving sluggishly. Yeah, Acme has scaled way back, and from what I'm seeing, I don't think they're doing 3-rail anymore. Last year, they did not release anything 3-rail. And that was the problem. I would have had to buy 2 locomotives to get the one I wanted. I probably should go back and buy the, well, here, I'll show you the one I'm talking about, because it has not run in a year. There you are. Oops. Come on. Okay, so let's show you this one. All right, this is a Czech Class 371. This is made by Acme. It is gorgeous. I love this thing, but it's a DC locomotive that was converted to 3-rail by my guy out in California. That's okay, now it's absolutely gorgeous. Acme made 2 versions of this. They made the blue and white one, the one I wanted, because Joyce and I, when we went to Prague back in 2017, we went to Prague. We rode a Czech IC. So I've got the Czech IC, which you guys have seen run. But it was pulled by a Class 371 in this livery. But you'll also see 371s in a red, orange, and yellow livery. And this one they only made in 2-rail, and then 2 months later they released the red, orange, and yellow one, which they made in 3-rail and 2-rail. And really, I should just go buy the 3-rail red, orange, yellow, whatever, and just swap the tops. If that, I would think they use the same basic moldings for them, so it should be feasible, but one never knows. Let's go to the multi-view for a little bit, just to make you all squint. But that is a gorgeous logo. Hey, Kieran, how are you? Yeah, I keep popping the lid off of that. Whoops. Put your show on. But it's a gorgeous loco. I love it to bits, but the decoder died. But yeah, the 371, the 370s, 372s, they're all beasts. They're multi-purpose. They're wonderful. And I just, it was an Acme and it ran beautifully. The thing is, the guy who converted it, there was no room to put the ski on the bottom. You couldn't put the pickup shoe, the schleifer, on the bottom of the locomotive. It just was impossible. So what he did was he put the decoder in, but then he ran some wires and created a contact, a current conducting coupler, ran the wire down, and then he had the pickup shoe in the car behind it, but we blew the decoder. Had a little bit of a mishap. And oops, and it's been sitting around waiting for me to go buy the right decoder. The problem is I could buy a Märklin decoder and put it in there. Or, you know, I think, is it Zemo makes Märklin? It used to be Lens, and now it's Zemo, or it was Zemo, and now it's Lens. I forget. Yeah, Steve, unfortunately, we've gone through it all. The only thing I haven't done is take out the circuit board to see if the circuit board is fried as well. What I need to do is just pick up a cheap electric-based decoder, because Märklin has never made this locomotive. They have made Czech locomotives, but they've never made this one. I kept waiting for Märklin or Roco. Piko made one a couple of years ago, but it was in their hobby line. And hi, Joyce, if you're listening in the background at work. If you are hearing me right now, let me know what time you think you're going to be home today. Joyce will listen to me at work if she's not talking to one of her colleagues or out of her room, but she's usually very mobile. She moves around a lot when she's at work after the kids. You're new to the channel. Well, welcome, the Dougler. Welcome in. I'm now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. The Dougler, you are now a knight of the rhomboid table, which is just a silly name I invented a long time ago for but we run model trains here. I do European, Central. I'm an American living in Toledo, Ohio. I do Central European trains. My system is HO scale, but it's 3-rail. You're allowed to post links to your channel if you want people to check it out. The only thing we do is we do not allow any political talk or religious talk. No politics, no religion. You want to share fishing stories? We're ready to listen. You want to share driving car stories, hot rod racing? You want to share Lego channels and stuff like that? We're all for it. Oh, that would be cool, Raymond. Or I mean, Kieran. Yeah, that's what I've been learning to do myself, KJ, is seeing if it's cheaper to buy a analog version and upgrade it. As I'm getting a little more confident with upgrading old Märklin analog to digital, I want to start pushing myself and seeing, can I like take old Märklin and put in a really nice decoder, one of the better Märklin decoders or whatever. Well, you know, like anything, some people say it's great, some people say it sucks, but I'm happy to be here. Every Friday for, let's see, what are we on? 305 or are we 306 today? 305, is that right? Sometimes I forget to change the number. Nope, we're on 305. So 305 straight Fridays we have been here, or actually I've been live. Sometimes I haven't been here, but I have not missed a live. And oh, you can tell me they're your favorite car. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, by God, Ray, I was subscribed to you, and it says I'm not, but now I am again. So there. Chevy, GMC, it's all the same. Yeah, it's one of those, Dame Mora, it is one of those awards in futility. 305 straight Friday live streams. Sounds like an impressive record, but at the same time, it's like it's a freaking YouTube live stream. It's not like no, I have contacted him via both emails and 2 different Facebook accounts, and there is nothing, Lord Al. There is nothing. $1,000 getting new tires. Is that for 4 tires? Because I'll tell you what, you did better, because my Charger, the tires are $300 to $500 each. And last year, 2 years ago, we had to put 4 on. I think it was last year. Well, 2024, so, you know. Oh, wow, KJ, I can't even begin to think. I could sit here right now and list every car I've ever owned. Not driven, but owned. My first car, my father made me buy, and I just one of a million things I'm still mad at him about after all these years. I had a 68 Ford Talladega GT, which basically looked like the Mustang Mach 2. The fastback. And then I went to a 77 Dodge Aspen SE with the slant Super 6, which was an amazing car. I actually, sometimes I still miss that car. That was a little 6-cylinder car, and it could haul butt. Let's see. Then I had the 1987 Dodge Omni Charger, just because I wanted a Dodge Charger, but that was not a proper Dodge Charger. It was one of the little Omni with the little 4-cylinder engine, and they gave it fastback like the Shelby Charger in the 80s. Then it was a Dodge Shadow. And then we needed a second car, so I picked up a little Buick Electra, real cheap, for $300. Drove that for a year. It died. Bought a Dodge Ram van. That died. Then we traded out both cars, got a Dodge Shadow, and then we bought our first Dodge Caravan. And then the Caravan died, and we had the Shadow and an Eagle Premier LE. And right about that time is when I bought, well, before that, I bought my 73 Dodge Charger. My gorgeous classic. And then the Eagle died, and we bought a 2006 Grand Caravan. And then that died, we bought another Grand Caravan. Well, we drove it. And then I had to sell my Charger, and I bought a Dodge Stealth. And then I bought the Dodge Dart. And then I've got which I still have, the Dodge 2014 Charger. And then we bought a 2015 Dodge Journey, gave that to my daughter. And now we have a Dodge Durango to go with our Dodge Charger. So that's it. That's all of them. Gary Hodge, 7861. I'll check him out, Chris. But everybody, most people have a company they don't like and a company they go to. the thing is, my last name is Dodge. I am related to the company distantly, but close enough that I can claim relation. In fact, my great-grandfather helped start the company. He worked with his cousins, who were the Dodge brothers. They were like third cousins of his. But he lived in this area, and he worked for them as a mechanic. They were engineers. And then they went to work for Henry Ford, and they became Henry Ford's top engineers because the Dodge brothers are the one who designed the Model A and the Model T. And then Henry Ford got mad at them for spitting on his ego, and he told them to go start their own company. Have I seen the Bremen Cog? I've seen a lot of Bremen things, but if I saw it, I don't remember it being called the Bremen Cog. Yes, I've seen it. It was the ship, that little ship. I didn't know it was called the Cog. Hello, Sir Tom Houston. Great to have you here today. Well, it's always better late than never. Unless it's a funeral, then it's always better late than ever. So yes, I have walked by that many times. I just didn't know it was called the Bremen Cog. Probably because it's not called a cog in German. Or as they would say in German, a Koch. But yeah, it's in my family, you were brought up with two things. You were brought up with history and history. History of your family and history of the state of Ohio. My grandfather was an amateur Ohio historian, but he knew as much as anybody. In fact, Ohio historians would come to my grandfather now and then and ask him about stuff. I'm excited to see the Dodge Ram back in NASCAR. Well, but it's not the Dodge Ram. It's just the Ram. And I'm still ready to nuke Fiat's headquarters for doing that. Of all the companies, the few companies, Jeep does okay. But Chrysler, except they took the minivans away from Dodge and gave them to Chrysler. And I'm still mad at Wikipedia because Wikipedia claims that Chrysler invented the minivan. No, that was Dodge engineers and designers who invented it. And then Chrysler took it and said, well, we're going to make it the town and country, and you can call it the Caravan. And Wikipedia still says it was a town and country that was modified. No, Dodge engineers designed that. If you go back to the original commercials, the Dodge commercials say Dodge engineers have designed, what became known as soccer moms. But at the time, it was a brilliant vehicle. Joyce and I loved our Caravans. We loved in each and every one. And we used them for everything, especially once Dodge invented stow and go seating. We loved them. Because originally they had removable seats, and then they made stow and go. But we would take the seats out, and I could carry lumber and furniture and everything in them. They were better than a pickup truck. See, you keep saying Frodo Baggins. You're crossing mythologies here. Knights of the Rhomboid Table are a different mythical universe. So Frodo Baggins can't be involved. Not to mention copyright laws prevent Frodo Baggins from being involved. Ray, we're going to change that. A Knight of the Rhomboid Table is never late or early. He arrives whenever he wants to. I think that works. I don't dislike any car well, there are a couple of car companies I'd say I dislike, but we were brought up to hate Ford. When we had Dodge family reunions, there were two types of car you never drove up with, or you parked somewhere else and walked a long way to the family. If you showed up in any foreign car, sorry people, but that's how my family was. If you drove up in a Japanese or a German car or a Swedish car or British car, whatever, the family would not let you hear the end of it. And if you drove up in a Ford, or if you drove up in a foreign car, the family never let you hear the end of it. They would rag you day in and day out and all day long at the family reunions. But my dad raced cars, so he drove whatever he could get cheap and crash. I didn't say he was a good race car driver. So, but the only thing is my dad would never drive Dodge because it was his act of rebellion against his father. And one of my acts of rebellion against my father was to give him grief for never driving a Dodge. And he made me buy a Ford, my very first car. And I had a chance to buy a 71 Dodge Challenger, which was just, now I would have had to pay $1,500, and my dad made me buy this car off a neighbor for $100. This is 1980. He made me buy this 68 Talladega. Blech. It was a rust bucket. But my dad's attitude was, you're going to buy this crappy car. It was off from a neighbor 3 doors down, and he was going to junk it. My dad said, no, my son will give you $100 for it. And it's true. I paid $100 for it, and I sold it for $60 for scrap. So it was a $40 car. I sold it in 1982 for scrap. But my dad made me buy it because his attitude was, you're going to buy this crappy car, and you're going to learn how to fix a car. Well, yeah. But I learned how to put on disc brakes, and I learned how to change the electrical wiring and put in whatever broke down on that stupid Ford. So after that, it was nothing but Dodges, and I finally guilted my father. So, let's see. My dad would have been about the age I am now. He finally broke down and bought his first Dodge. He drove Plymouths at times, but he would never drive a Dodge. And he finally broke down and bought a Dodge Magnum, the little station wagon thing that came out. 7 cars in 40 years. Your wife went through one every 6 months. Yeah, the thing is, I've tried to update Wiki and correct them and even sent them the evidence, and somebody corrects it back. So, I don't give, you buy what you buy. I mean, there was probably a time in my 20s and even into my 30s where if I saw, because everybody in my family were auto workers. They worked at GM. My mom worked for Tillotson, which made muffler parts for GM cars. Her brother worked at was a foreman at a GM, shift foreman at a GM factory up in Flint, Michigan. My Uncle Dale worked for Champion Sparkplug while Champion Sparkplug was here in Toledo. And so we were in the automotive, so we were very defensive of auto workers. When politicians or actors and comedians would say, oh, Americans make crappy stuff, American workers suck, we would get very defensive about it. Hey, Sir John. Oh, John, I have at least 2 cars where the car stereo was worth more than the car. I put a nice stereo cassette deck in my 68 Ford Talladega. That thing was a Fred Flintstone car. You could lean back and see the front tire spinning because of the rust. The floor pan itself was fine, but it was rusting away. It wasn't going to last another couple of years when I Well, actually, what killed it was my sister. I loaned it to my sister, and she crashed it. The Ford Talladegas came to a little point like this, and I loaned it to my sister one night, and I got up to go to school the next day, and I came out, and my car that had gone like this was like this. Did my sister tell me she crashed my car? No, I go out there and look. So I go run back in the house. Roberto, what'd you do to my car? She's like, oh, yeah, I was driving too close behind a salt truck, and I ran into the back of it when I hit the brakes and slid. And I'm like, that was my car. She's like, it drives. You can't open the driver's side door anymore, but you can crawl out the window or go out the passenger side. And I'm yelling at her, you did this to my car. It was a piece of shit anyhow, Anthony. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and that's just the type of sister she was. Yeah, I crashed your car. So what? Well, you know what? I moved away from CDs. I got tired of carrying them. I have every song burned, every album copied, burned as a digital file on a memory stick, and I just pop it in. I haven't listened to the radio in 20 years. Has it been 20 years? Let's say 15. Yeah, I haven't listened to a radio in a car in 15 years. All right, let's get off the multi-view. People's eyes are probably too sore. Let's do leveling. We're going to get a few here. No, but let's try Joyce View. No, Bremen Corner. We're going to have a bunch of them come together. Bremen Bahnhof. There we go. They're all going to come together here. Man, that IC4. You're a musicaholic? Now, my Durango, which is a 2019, does not have a CD player. I don't think it does. My Charger, my 2014 Charger, has a CD player in it. My Journey still had a CD player in it. No, I think my Durango, no, the Durango does not have a CD player because to update the maps in it, you have to buy their USB version. Yeah, I haven't bought a CD in a long time. Now I just buy the digital albums. And I know there are music purists that are like, oh, the albums sound best when they're on a record. I like, nope, I've listened to Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon on an album. I've listened to it on cassette. I've listened to it on 8-track. I've listened to it on CD, and I've listened to it on digital file. And the best version I've ever heard was digital. Same with all my Beatles. I'm not. I've got a bunch of LPs in there. I've got a bunch of vinyl in there, but no, I'm not. I'm not missing it. There's that question again. All my poor friends here, they're like, oh God, he's got to tell again. What made me go with Märklin European layout? Traveling in Germany. I did not grow up into trains, never played with the trains, but for about, well, I still continue to go to Germany, but beginning in 2003, I began traveling to Germany and we went everywhere by train. We've never rented a car. And I fell in love with traveling by train, and I bought a model train to remind me of my travels. And then, well, model trains can be like heroin because, boy, once you start messing with them, you need a fix. Well, yeah, because they were still learning the tech. In fact, the Beatles held off on having the stuff released on CDs when CDs first came out because they weren't sure of it. They finally released it in Anniversary. Well, the problem is Pink Floyd would then get me monetary claims. At least it's not the Eagles where you get a monetary strike, but I do my live streams are monetized and they're probably my biggest money maker. I shouldn't say that. Every now and then I get a couple of videos that get 600, 700, 800 views. Not like the old days where I'd get 2,000, 3,000 views on a video, but I wasn't monetized then. But I had a video of the when I was doing all the scattergrass last year, went like 3,000 views, and that made me about $50, $60 right there. That was nice. But anyhow, I got to do something. Oh, I remember my first Beatles everything. I'm a huge Beatles maniac. I'm a Beatle maniac. First album I ever got was Christmas of 1972, and it was the Hard Day's Night album. And then I slowly got the rest of them. My parents, for years, I wanted Beatles album, and my parents wouldn't buy me the Beatles. My dad thought the Beatles were sinners. And he wasn't even a religious man, just a fake religious man. It's garbage. You listen to all that garbage. Dad, I just like it. It's all a bunch of drug songs. What's that one? Larry in the Sky with Cupcakes? Dad, it's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That has nothing to do with drugs. It's LSD, LSD. That's not what the song was about, Dad. Here's an interview where John Lennon explains what the song was about. Here's the girl that the song was actually named after. Here is his son's drawing with the words Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds on it. But you can never convince people of that. All right, I'm going to do something crazy here. Bear with me for a few minutes. My dad was right. No, he wasn't. Well, hello, Hornby. Yeah, you can see the HST. The one is it's back and forth. He was running good for a bit, then now he's going really slow because I've actually got the speed cranked up on him. But mind you, he does have the wrong brushes in him because I didn't have any Hornby brushes when Artie and I fixed him up. So we put in a couple of Märklin brushes, but he ran great a couple of weeks ago, but he's not running well today. But otherwise, yeah, those class 43s. Rolling fast on class 43. Got the need for an HST. Rolling fast on a class 43. Close my eyes, feeling free. Oh, 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 oh. I might have to change that logo out to somebody, but just got that fixed and working a couple of weeks ago, and now it's struggling again. Yeah, well, next time it'll run fine. All right, so anyhow, there's that, and let me put up. Now that's got a small view. That's got a bigger view. I'm going to be messing with some stuff for a couple of seconds. Hold up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Yes, and I still think it's one of the all-time classic model, or not model, railway liveries. I even when I wasn't into trains and would see pictures of them in the 80s, I thought, those are cool-looking trains. I wish we had something like that here in America. But it didn't inspire me to get into trains. Riding on trains in Germany inspired me. All right, so anyhow, I've got to turn a bunch of stuff on, and then I got to turn a couple of things off. But I want to have some fun, and I want to see how this... Now, this is all experimental. I haven't done this in a long time to this degree. It's all experimental, so you just got to stay with me. On. We're good. All right, so now. Now to the other side. On. All right. Now I'm going to turn this light off for a second. What about this one? All right. Now just don't trip over everything on the way back to the seat. All right, guys. I have been messing around with my LED lights. If you watched, and odds are you didn't because only a few people did. I've been messing around with those little fairy lights. Some of these are too bright because I'm experimenting. These are new types of fairy lights, and I'm experimenting to see how many are needed. So let's go and see how it's doing. Let's do, where is the... So how's that for Bremen being kind of lit up? What do you think of that? I'm sure they've learned now that classic locomotives they will preserve. So I'm sure at least one Class 91 would be. Now, again, this is all temporary lighting. The only thing that is truly lighting is what you see over here on the station. But I've also got all the trains lit up. And then when I get the IC4 in a camera. I think the station is much too bright, but I tripled the amount of lights I intend to put in there. It felt like it was such a big station. I put a lot of lights in there, and yeah, it's way too bright. I mean, it reflects way out. So let's get down to, see, you can't really see anything there other than the station lit up, but you can see the trains going through. Yeah, one of the metronomes is not lit up. Why aren't you lit up, fella? That's always the tricky one. Ha! Ha! I see what you did there, Andy. I've ridden an Azuma. I've ridden a Class 43. I haven't ridden a Class 91 to my knowledge. Let's see, Joyce View. That's to the dark side. Dark side of the track. Let's try this one. Little station there is all lit up. Blink, 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 blink. That's why I made sure all the trains but the freight could light up. All right, let's go to the other side. See, there's the village view. This is all those micro LEDs, 2-strand, 4. They're all USB. But man, that bus station is looking awesome in the lighting there. Because the lighting only highlights the platforms for the buses and not all the junk around it right now. Delmenhorst station and the platforms are lit up there. Let's go to that station view. Yeah, that metronome. one of the couplers on it has a bad connection. What I should do is just take it out and see if it is the coupler. But there you can see a couple of the buildings have light bleed because those are buildings I picked up at garage sales and that, and they didn't have the black paper insert, so I can do it. But yeah, I don't have remotely all the buildings done, but again, I'm just testing. It's a none of this is a fixed in. I just take the line and shove a couple inches. Well, boy, doesn't that sound code? I shove a few of the lights in each building. In some cases, it's 2. Some cases, it's 4. So some cases, it's 5, and just get an idea of how well they light up. What's wrong one? Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, like this light, this building here on the corner has quite a bit of light bleed on it. There's a white one down here. Yeah, you can't really see it from there. So, the Bremen side has much fewer buildings, so it's easier to get a lot more of them lit up. So, but that's the most I've ever had Bremen lit up. See, it's kind of hard to see, but the ones, these are actually lit up pretty nicely here. Let me go. I think that would be the Bremen corner cam. Yeah. See, it doesn't show up on the overhead, but at this level, you can see the station, but you can see that big department store and the buildings next to it are all lit up. The department store might be a little bright, but again, it was a big building, and I just don't know how strong these LEDs are. But I will make you stop squinting. And but it's what I always call proof of concept. Now I got to remember to turn it all off. There's only about, it's all USB powered. Oh, dropped my water. Fortunately, the lid was on. Have to drop something. And on this one, I just have to unplug you, and you're all done. Oh, yeah. These two are still on the battery bits because I was not going to try to wire you up. There we go. Okay, that is everybody. All right, so thank you for your patience with that. I think every model person knows that, Dougler. We all know that. And it doesn't have to be. I was a toy collector for a long time. I would buy and fix old, like, electric footballs. And every now and then there was a certain toy. And I would say, I should buy that. It's going to be worth a fortune later on. But I elected not to. Or by the time I decided to buy it, it was sold out. So yeah, I have been using the micro LED, the fairy lights. In fact, I'm actually making a video about it. I know not many people are probably that interested in it, but it is what it is. I'm doing what I'm doing. Hey, Sir Greg. So yeah, I'm gonna do the close-up of Mugly Mug again. But the thing is, you just get these micro fairy lights, and you can see that just these tiny little things. What you got to do is make sure that it's 2-line, that it's not 3-line. And that's why I always say get the ones that say battery powered, because usually it's 3 AA's or 3 AAA's, so 4.5 volts. Because yeah, you get these, make sure they're 2-line, and they're, again, if they say battery operated and they're not twinkling, usually that's a key. If they're twinkling, when you do what I do, they'll stop twinkling. They won't twinkle anymore because you have to eliminate the 3rd line. The problem is you can't use it all. But the nice thing about this is 10 foot tangled up. This is 10 foot of line. And I paid $4.99 on sale for 10 foot. Actually, I thought that was a bad price. I just finished up a thing where I had 50 feet of it that I bought 5 years ago. 50 feet of it. I paid like $8.99 for it, less than $10. But anyhow, you get it where it's 2 lines. And then you'll probably want wires to expand. You got to know the length. But you can buy a USB repair line. Again, make sure it's 2-wire. And then you just got to know which of these are your hots and connect it to the red and the black, because this is red and black. Obviously, it could be different colors. And there's a way to test it, which I'll show in the video. And then once you know it's working, you just solder this to whatever length of extension wire you want. And then you can plug all this lighting into a USB port. You can either power it off your computer, or they sell powered USB kits, also known as rice LEDs. See, in America, we just call them fairy lights or micro LED. And then Britain, because back then you called any LED lights, you called them fairy lights. These became known as micro fairy lights. But the thing is, you can cut this to whatever lengths you want to wire a building. Like, I only need 4 lights for this building. Cut it off, wire it up, deaden the ends wherever you cut it, and then you can use the next few feet or inches for the next building. Or you can do what I have done in experimenting, where I just run it underneath each one into the building and on to the next one in one long strand until I'm ready to put them in place. But once I put them in place, I'll drop them down, and then you can I've got a 8-port USB power supply here. It's not for the computer. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Sorry, a 10-port. And you can plug 10 LED light strings into it. And it's real cheap and real, if you want to be cheap, but it's still as realistic as anything else. And if you want to alter the color, now, if you think the lights are too bright in a building, you can put a restrictor on it. And if you want to alter colors, like, okay, I buy the warm whites, but with the warm whites, you could take an orange marker and color over each one, and you'll get an orange tint. You can color over them with a red marker or red paint. It will lessen the color, and depending on how thick you do it, it will give you a reddish tint, or blue for a bluish tint. So you can tint these all. In fact, this particular brand, the reason they're so expensive is these are designed to go into water. These are designed for like those wedding displays that it's become trendy to take a strand of these and throw them into a bowl of water and turn them on, and then they glow in the water. But it's a real simple. Nobody's coming up the hill. Where is everybody? Oh, they're all over on Delmenhorst side. Catch them going downhill this time. That's a nice thing about an ICE. It looks the same both ways. Yeah, I mean, and obviously, if you want more like our friend Greg here from Midsummer Railway, he does an amazing job with his lights where randomized, where different lights. High does that, where he can randomize different lights in houses, can go off in different rooms. He can even program it so it looks like somebody's shutting off the living room light, going up the stairs, shuts that light off, turns on the bedroom light, goes into the bedroom, and then that light goes off after a little while. Is the Virgin dying? The link to what? I'm doing a video. I haven't done one yet, but I'm doing a video where I finally going to show you exactly how I do it. All right. Well, take care. Have fun bowling. Bowl well. Oh, they're worried about you here. Nothing like an old virgin just can't do it anymore. Nope, the only ones I can run it with are the either the Beatles Class 73, and that just wouldn't look right, or the whatever. I'll just leave it down to one HST running. Well, greetings, DMRJ. Welcome in. Just got off work, so saying hi. Well, I appreciate that. That's very nice. Am I hearing my daughter coming home or Joyce coming home? Joyce never messaged me back, so she never heard me, I guess. That sounds good. I can be tucked into that. Class 57 Thunderbird. Would that look right with those coaches? What's a good locomotive beside? I don't know. I just like to get this one working more consistently. I mean, it worked great the last live stream it ran, but it acted up. Because that's the sad thing about not going to the UK this year is I had a UK shopping list. I wanted to get a Class 37, and I was going to see. Oh, well, happy birthday to your son. Or as I say, Happy Womb Liberation Memorial Day. All right, Kieran, you take care. Have a good night, Sir Kieran. I still want a TransPennine, either a Class 68 TransPennine and some cars to go with it, or who is that? Yes, Liz. I got a package from Jason the Train Freak. It is not train related, but it is from the train guy. Thank you. What the heck? Let's have a live unboxing. Turn this into a 7-hour stream just to be like Heath. Nope, I go straight into it. So, oh, you guys aren't even seeing me. You've been stuck on that. What the hell was I thinking? Got a box from Jason the Train Freak, now Colonel Cottonbelt. The artist formerly known as the Train Freak, now known as Colonel Cottonbelt. He had a Prince moment and decided to change his name. But he says he doesn't care which one you call him. If he wants to be called Colonel Cottonbelt, I'll call him Colonel Cottonbelt. But my brain still thinks of him as Jason the Train Freak. Now, this is from Jason the Train Freak, but it is not train related. He saw it. It was some stuff he picked up as part of a lot sale, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's just some stuff he thought had a special connection to me. Woo! It's popcorn! It's puffy foam popcorn. God, you can never get enough of that stuff. But wait, there's something else in here. Oh. The gift that keeps on giving. Oh my God, I hate this stuff. It's just when you want to try not to spill it. Come on. Oh. This is fragile, or it's fragile, which, as everyone knows, is Italian for very big prize. Oh, okay. There's nothing else in there. Okay. Whew. Well, hello, Sir Anthony from Choberton Junction. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Raymond? It sounds like a Jonah Hex villain. Colonel Cottonbelt. And hello, Sir Christopher Mondone. All right. Yeah, we call that style popcorn. Peanuts are, actually, this is a mix of popcorn and peanuts. All right. So, God, for the third time this live stream, I'm going to go on the big screen. Hi, everybody. Sick of seeing me yet? But anyhow, he inherited or bought a lot, and it's these German plates. So, Nürnberger Kaufmannszug aus dem 1600. A trader's wagon from the 1600s. Actually, the 16th century. So this had been your guild. And some of the flags of some of the old noble areas, their Wappen as it's called, and then some of the towns. How many of them have I been to? Coburg, been there. Here at St. Heiligen, I've been there. Nuremberg, Brunn, been there. Bamberg, I've been there. Woltenberg, been there. Schweinfurt, I've been through there. Bad Kissingen, have not been there. Würzburg, been through it, not been in it. I've stopped in it on a train, but didn't get out and look around. So that's very cool right there. That will go in my German beer mug and beer glass collection. Here's another one. I know you want to be looking at trains. Oh, that's lovely. Been there. That's the Kaiser Wilhelm Gedächtniskirche in Berlin. I have been there many times. That's pretty. The German American Hikers Club. 19 souvenir from their 1980 hiking bit. Only one more, and then we'll go back to trains. And train related. Ta-da! Eichlsdorf. 90 Jahre Lokalbahn, Habfurt, Hofheim. 90 years of the local rail between Haßfurt and Hofheim, 1892 to 1982. Very cool. Thank you, Jason. Those will go in my German trophy display as long as I don't do something stupid. So that's cool. That was very nice. Thank you and that was free. He gifted that to me. So that's just even chef's kiss on that one. Those are very cool. I've got in my kitchen, I have a big curio cabinet that's got all our knickknacks from Germany. Now let's catch the freighter coming around. I gotta get this box out of the way, but I'm gonna leave these here. Electrostatic. Get in there. Man, when they get juiced up on the electrostatic, they are crazy. Dude, get it. Let go. So a cool flag from Wales and some plates of Germany. So a nice week of gifts. All right, maybe I should go back to the... Yes, and they survived. They were packed exceptionally well. Looks like the loco that fell in the Rhine River. Raymond, you had to go negative there. Really? You could just say, that's a beautiful loco. No, looks like one that fell in the Rhine River. Bad enough that you go near the Rhine River and half the time you go near Cologne, they've got the station closed because they found another unexploded World War I bomb. They've been finding a bunch of them because they're doing so much construction in Cologne anymore. Anybody coming to there yet? Nope. Anybody? Nope, they just went past, so they'll be coming back in a minute. And nobody's there. All right, this guy's coming through again. Love this guy. That is a Velaro, where they're all double deckers. The difference between that one and the gray one, same company. I mean, in real life, but this one, the end cars, this is a Desiro. The end cars are single level, whereas, so the Desiro, the end cars are single level, and the double deckers are on the Velaro. If it fell in, it might still be. No, they would have removed that. So yeah, that is definitely just very nice. I'm always grateful at the generosity of people. I just got to get some more Deutsche Bahn knickknacks. Oh, I forgot I was going to switch back to the little bridge view because I like that shot. All right, well, I'll wait for the freighter to come around because that'll be the first one. Although, is somebody catching up with you? Oh, wait, quick. There it goes. We'll see the ICE going through the hill and the trees there. There we go. I got our new pun song, parody song in my head doing that. Now, Joyce puts the video. We put the video up on Joyce's channel, but we always alter it. And this one, there's outtakes because there's a line where Joyce is singing about the TGV, and we had to do it about 15 times because the three simple letters, TGV, she kept flubbing. Riding fast on a French VGT. No, TGV. Riding fast on a French GET. No, TGV. Riding fast on a French GGV. No, it's TGV. Yes, those are very nice. They're cool. Like I said, they'll look nice in my German knickknack curio cabinet, which is like 5 shelves, of which 3 are beer glasses. Because anytime I go to a German city, or apparently any city in Europe, I didn't do this in the UK because I didn't see them in the UK, but they're German Weiss beer glasses. And it's something you can find in almost every German city. And it's not every German city we've been to that would need a second curio cabinet. But it's the ones where we could find the glass. Like we went to Mainz and could not find any tourist shop that sold a beer glass like that for the city of Mainz. But I've got this massive beer glass collection because any city we go to. But we also picked up a couple like we picked one up in Copenhagen. And we've got one from Prague. I'm thinking non-German cities. Didn't get one in Aarhus. Aarhus is a very, very, very fine house. The deers don't seem bothered by the trains going by. I wouldn't think TGV could be a tongue twister, but Joyce found it to be one. Yes. Speak of the devil, there she is.
Yep, there I am.
Said her name 3 times. She showed up.
Yep.
Uh-oh, she was hearing me. Now I'm in trouble.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, remember I told you Jason was sending us some German plates he found?
Okay, nice.
Isn't that cool?
Those are very cool.
That's very cool.
Well, you gotta get plate hangers to hang them.
Yeah. Or actually, I want plate stands because these will go in the cabinet. The beer cabinet. The curio cabinet.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
That one, we've been there.
Oh.
That's Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial.
Okay.
We've been there many times.
Okay.
And then this one.
Nürnberg.
They're all bonder hikers clubs, a bonder club.
Ooh, I
So
like to
they
walk.
are absolutely beautiful. I really need to get these away from me because you know me, I'll drop something.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Okay, you put them there. All right, that's
those are
fine.
dead tracks right now.
Okay, oh goodness, I have to say hi to
Here, I
everybody.
knocked over that.
All right, hi Tom. Hi Raymond. Hi Andy, I'm waving.
Are you?
I did.
Well, hang on.
Hi Tom.
Just wait a minute.
Hi Raymond.
Bingo. Let's get you on cam.
Dirty Great Place. Yeah, they're lovely. Hi Aaronville. Oh yeah, it's right. I'm ready for a rest. We were kind of hoping for a snow day today, but it didn't happen. It wasn't that bad. My meeting got canceled this morning, so that was good. It's definitely time for a rest. It was a long week again. Hey Digger.
Well, it wasn't as long as it could have been.
Hello, Lordell. Nice to you're here. Hello, Choberton. Hi, Jean. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, there's Jean Ricard
Hi,
now.
Chuck Schreiber. Hello, Chris Valley.
You didn't come in and say hi earlier,
That's
so you
right.
only come in now when Joyce is here.
And
Fine.
so, hi, Greg, and hello to Heather. I loved your Amzak cookies. Keep looking. Maybe I can find a recipe for them.
The
They were
Amzak
good.
cookies?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Oh, they were good.
And hi to absolutely everybody. If I didn't catch you, hello, Josh Cannon.
Did you go to Copenhagen or are you in Copenhagen? Because I wondered if maybe that's why you weren't here earlier, or you were.
Oh, I thought I turned you on. I'm here. Oh,
But you didn't mean to
Cancel.
turn.
oh, why don't you do?
I didn't mean to turn.
Oh, you're fine.
So, what do you call the French high-speed train, dear?
TGV. It's easier when I'm not singing it.
Singing it, reading the lyrics.
Yes, reading the
your
lyrics, and there were a lot
your
of
brain,
names there.
You do predictive reading.
Multitasking is still a school job. Absolutely. Kids were working on a project, but today I had to help a bunch, so it was fine. I got stuck in this project I have to do. Get off. Where the heck is the X on this thing?
Usually right before Y and after W.
Where's that come? I can't get it off. Okay, a little live chat, that's better. Okay. Yeah. It's just that kind of thing. I was
Indeed.
hoping to get home earlier today because I've had a long week. And hi, Lee.
It's
yeah,
earlier than you were last week.
Yeah. So I had to put some things away, which I got done. What else did I do? I have always.
Well, you should have seen this all lit up.
Oh, I broke a nail.
Stop biting your nails on TV.
I just
I don't
had
care
a
if you
broken
bite your
nail.
nails, just not on TV.
I just broke a nail. I got to get a little off of it.
I have scissors.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I really took a chunk out of it. I don't know where I broke it, but I broke my nail.
I lit everything up and
Hi,
turned the
Randall.
lights out.
Okay, cool.
It was
Yeah,
cool.
it is cool. I know you showed it to
Because
me.
you had
It
a
was
whole.
very cool.
No, you didn't see the whole thing lit up.
I didn't? Okay.
I added more.
Oh, good for you. Okay. I'm
I
going to do
still
my
got one more
daisy.
strand to do.
You haven't hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit the like button.
Oh,
There's a lot of
Daisy.
people in here, not as many likes, so
A
please
little
hit them.
dollop of Daisy.
Yeah, a little dollop of Daisy. No, I'm just in the bag.
Now, if you do Lil,
Front.
I've got my three-way fantasy going.
I gotta get you to start writing.
I don't know. As soon as the blues go away,
Yeah, I know. We gotta get you out of the blues.
start to get out of them, and then something else happens.
Oh, I didn't bring a flyer home. That's going to. It may be fun to say Cayenne.
I want to go to that King Tut exhibit at Imagination
Yeah,
Station.
we can.
Well, hello, Rick at the Switch List. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dave.
Tom Houston says, hi, Daisy.
Yeah.
Well, you remember, what was
She's
his name?
always
Andy
there. Sorry,
Ambrose.
this is really bothering me.
Andy Ambrose, he was president of one of the chapters of the NMRA.
Right.
Oh, he had a thing for Daisy.
Yeah, he sure did. That's all right. How are we doing? We're doing okay. Just a lot going on right now. It's just a busy time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think early February would be busy, but it is. I had a very long list of things I had to do yesterday, and people added on to them before 9 o'clock. Like, oh yeah, I better get that done. I know how to do it all, so
Get her done.
I have 2 newbies in my grade level, so a lot of things are new to them. So I definitely the lead for everything.
No, I'm just in the background. You're just
Okay,
in the
that's better.
background. Gotcha.
Who's in the background?
Okay, I thought you had gone to Copenhagen, but you could have also been working.
You're just in the background. What is that? Background.
Background.
Oh, you're in the background. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know. Is that a mistype? Bag, grunt, and grunt being German for
It could
ground
have
or
changed
reason?
for him or something,
No.
11 months to retirement.
11 months.
Is it 11 months?
No.
No, it's more than that.
No, it's a year plus.
It's the year
4.
plus 4 months. 4 school months. I'm going to call Monday to get my.
February, March, April, May. Yeah.
I got to go do these. Apparently, I didn't get them done when I was supposed to, but nobody cared too much. So I'm going to call Monday and see, because I think things are healing. Okay, I can do it.
Nope.
Yeah, they're
she
tough on
retires
teachers.
May of 2027.
Yeah, May of 2027 or June. I don't know. We don't have
Technically, it'll be June 1st.
We don't have the schedule.
It's June 1st no matter what.
All right. I hate to abandon
Unless you want to go out May 1st.
I know.
Because the earlier you go out, April 1st is the earliest you could go out.
Yeah. Why would I abandon my kids at that time of the year?
Because you're free.
That's pretty rough.
You've been paroled from prison after 37 years,
That's
Bob.
pretty rough.
You're paroled. Can it wait 2 more months?
At the end of the year, I'm at
the
30
Prisoners Knitting Club
I
is
am at,
got some really cool things going on the next couple of months, and I don't want to leave them.
Yeah, at the end of the year, I'm at 34.86, and I have to do another year. He didn't say, like, oh, you can retire in October or anything. Nope, do the whole year. Oh, you hit your head. You scratched it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
working on something under the table.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So, I
just
got a
happened.
while to go, but I'll be all right. Of course, there's a lot of speculation of what next year's going to bring. I don't know.
Whatever it is, ain't gonna be pretty.
I know.
It's gonna be a long 12 months.
Could have done my thing a little differently than I did. Darn it. I don't know if I can move them.
I got to go back up and retrim this. There are areas I somehow missed.
Oh, gotcha. That's easy. So, anyway,
Well,
hope
it's easy.
everybody else is doing
It's
well.
easy to miss shaving your beard.
Shaving legs.
Your legs don't ever get like this.
Oh,
They
no.
could, but you've never let them in all the years I've
No,
known
I
you.
don't at all. But I will miss a stripe sometimes, and it's really weird. Look at it and go, what the heck?
Must be the days. Well, maybe that's the days where you're in the long pants all day and jammies when you go to bed. So I don't
Yeah.
put. Oh wait, you missed a spot here, dear.
Well, it's cold. I was cold all last night. Is that a king size
The
blanket
chat
you
has
have? The
died.
second one?
Has the chat died?
The chat
Oh,
has
there it
died.
is.
Come on, guys, talk. It's double trouble. Yeah. We need you guys to start talking. Tell me how you're all doing.
I ran out of material 3 years ago.
So there you go. At least say hi to people.
Yes,
so.
and again, check out channels like Rick from the Switch List, who's got a really cool layout. He's doing the Mapa Railway.
Okay. Cool.
I've been subscribed to him for 3-4 years now, but
Okay.
he'd taken some time off, but he's back at it.
Nice.
Yep.
We love it when you guys support each other too. So
Yeah.
we're a family here.
We are family.
We're a family of train enthusiasts. That's the term I want to use.
Yeah, but the problem is what family?
We're a train family. We're all a train family here.
I mean, you got the Osmonds, you got the Mansons. There's a big difference between them.
Hell yes.
Actually, not really.
It's been a crazy 10 days on the railroad. Oh my goodness.
They're working on the
Yeah.
railroad.
Golly. Should hear more of that, I guess.
Hey, Rick, I'm just happy I got it right, that it's the Mapa.
Yeah, good.
Do you know what Mapa is?
Mother and father.
No! The Maryland and Pennsylvania Railroad.
Wow.
Mapa.
fair.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
I got asked a great question. I think it was
Sit down.
before you came in last week.
What's that?
Somebody asked me, does my layout have a name? And I said, no, it doesn't.
Do you want to give it a name?
I don't know. I don't want my layout. I guess I don't want my layout to have a name, but you know, everybody's,
Well, it's
you know, you've got
North.
Delve Junction and March West Junction TMT,
Yeah.
Hot Dog Pilot Junction, and you
I
know,
think you call it Delmenhorst Junction.
yeah, but it's not a junction.
It's not a
Delmenhorst isn't a
junction.
junction.
It's not. It's a drop-off
It's
spot.
the Delmenhorst Bremen line.
Yeah. Well, you could call it that.
It's the 4411.
Because you have Bremen and Delmenhorst, you could call it the Delmenhorst.
Yeah, except sometimes that's not Bremen. Sometimes that's Hanover. Sometimes it's Prague.
Okay, I didn't know you swung that way. Were you changing them all the time?
Oh, honey, you
Call it Joyceville. I don't
Joyceville.
think it's right. The good news is it's more hours. Bad news is less time for everything else. Oh, for sure.
That's true.
It really sucks your time.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
So,
that's where you've
Maryland and
been. You were
Pennsylvania.
dead for a little bit. Now you're over busy. Be
Those
nice if they
are
could just
two
level it out. but
Very pretty states, in my opinion. Switch list.
Maryland and Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is there an
very
ugly
pretty.
state? Because even New Jersey's very pretty once you get out of the cities.
Yeah, in between. Well, I haven't seen them all, but I figure every single place has pretty areas. In
Yeah.
it. Even the
Yeah,
desert
well,
has pretty
that's
areas.
our attitude. We always say that.
Yeah,
Every
we
place
do.
is got pretty.
Every place has beautiful places and beautiful people. And we know there's exceptions to everything, but you know,
There's an ugly place to everything too. Toledo's a beautiful city, but it's got some ugly
it
areas.
does have some ugly areas, but you know, we love
But
it all.
Unfortunately, every
Everybody
time Artie
gets
comes here,
A square chance.
we want to show Artie Toledo, but he was sick the first time here,
He
and
was, yeah.
then we had a snowstorm the second time he was
Yeah,
here.
that's right.
So we can't
yeah.
really get out. He needs to come.
Yeah,
Now,
we
we
show
went-
all that.
We went to Australia in the winter, the Australian winter,
Worked out fine.
but Australia in the winter is still blooming, and there's sunny days, and the temperatures are in the, you know, the
50s.
mid-teens Celsius
Yeah.
to upper teens. We even had a
They're
couple
not-
days that got up to 21, 22 Celsius.
Not super cold.
No, it wasn't super cold.
Not like we're doing.
But there was that
dreading-
time
I'm
where the
dreading going
air
shopping
temperature was
tomorrow.
58 and the water temperature was 54, and I
Yeah.
went swimming.
Yes, you did. You are tough.
Crazy.
All right. All right,
All right.
thanks. Glad you stopped in. Switch shift. Leave a like behind if you
An
didn't.
op session. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, I wound up running some of my sharp trains. You know, I've got the RRX, and you know, I love this Brawa.
Oh, I know you do.
I love the RRX,
Yeah, I know.
the Desiro and the Velaro.
Yeah.
Got the IC4, but I wanted to make sure they all were ones with good lighting.
Okay, yeah.
So when
so
so
when
we
you
had
turn
the
lights
trains
off.
and the towns lit up.
Yeah, cool.
That wasn't bad.
Cold affects the nether regions in a funny way. Indeed.
Well, apparently for some people, Raymond, didn't seem to affect me any.
Right. I thought you got snow where you live.
That can't be entirely true. Look at how many Inuits there are.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be very cold tomorrow with wind, so it's gonna be very uncomfortable in the shopping parking lot. It's
Oh,
huge and
yeah.
has no windbreaks, so I will be cold when I get home.
But and then what was the temperatures when I went in the well? Let's see. I went swimming 3 times, and I went.
Yeah, and
We went to Varnamunda, but that got up to 90 degrees. The water temperature is probably in the 60s,
yeah,
but the air
probably.
temperature
But it was so warm outside, it felt good.
the air temperature was 92, was upper 30s,
Yeah, it was quite warm.
upper 30s.
And
well, no, not upper 30s, 37. 30,
probably not
35,
crazy
36,
about
36.
extremes in any way. Although I
35
like it getting
Celsius.
really cold in the winter a couple times because it kills the ticks and things like that. So we haven't had really good cold snaps the last couple of years, and we've had a heck of a lot of bugs. So hopefully it'll be a little better this year.
Yeah.
So You've been a modeler 61 years, doing all scales since 2012, working on traffic lights. We're afraid to install them.
All right.
Oh dear, I
So
would
Chris
hope
is in
not.
Knoxville.
Hope
Since
not.
2012, been working traffic lights, but afraid to install them.
Oh, that is a little scary. I sure hope you don't have a stroke. It's relative to how hot it is, right? Sure. Okay, so you're all right. I guess I thought Artie said you could snow where you were. Your ticks are intact. Scritch, scritch.
Scritch, scritch.
You need to get them off of you. There, bloodsuckers.
Yeah, so why aren't lawyers called ticks?
Indeed. You love Anthony's trains. You don't like the cold? Now we're in warmer weather. Okay, that's good.
You don't like the cold. I personally need all 4 seasons. I want a cold,
We do.
snowy
Yeah, we like it
winter,
all.
and then a warm. I don't like the heat. I don't like it when it gets 85 Fahrenheit, 90. I do not enjoy it. Now, I would go play sports in it, and it was good to keep my muscles loose back in the day.
Right.
But to just go out walking or sit in my yard when it's that hot and humid, no, I can't stand it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true too, Tom. It's good for the garden.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. I'll let you enjoy stuck to gardening.
Yeah.
Or my daughter Lynn, or my daughter Liz, who's the
Mhm.
one who has a degree in plants and
The
blah, blah, blah.
landscaping, yeah.
Landscaping. But she knows her plants.
And she's working at a Buckeye Cable
And
System.
she's working at a cable store.
Yeah. But, yeah, she's happy enough, I guess. Not that she will help in the garden at home at all. Okay, 5 or 6 times.
Well, that's
and
where
it
she
melts
got
when it
hired
hits the
in.
ground. Gotcha. Okay. We've got a decent snowpack out there still. And it is about 1 degree Celsius.
Yep.
It's a little over. But it's gonna drop very fast tonight and freeze everything right back up.
Everything, yeah. I was talking about that. Everything's going to
Mhm.
melt. Oh, not.
There's not a lot of melting going on out there.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, the street is slushy, but I think, you can tell where people shoveled or had salt.
Yeah. Well, I shoveled right after you left
I
before I
noticed.
ate breakfast.
Uh-huh.
And then, we got another 1.5 inches, so I had to go back out and shovel it again.
I would have told you to wait until about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, but I was
Glad you
worried
asked.
that it'd get too close to
Yeah, your live stream.
live
Well,
stream.
11 o'clock would have
But
been
as it
bad.
is, it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I missed
It doesn't look bad. I
didn't
I
pop
think
in on
you
Steve
were
Childers.
narrow enough. It probably, a lot of it did. No. There's a lot of empty. A lot of clear sidewalk. A lot of clear driveway and the sidewalks.
the driveway cleared up that I could chunk off some of the old ice that had been on it.
Okay. Gotcha. I know we have 4 seasons here, and they are somewhat
4
extinct.
seasons in
Yeah.
one day.
About the middle of February, I get a little tired of snow, and I say the only good snow is the snow that cancels school. Because you get tired of, and so this year we've had snow this year, but still most of the time it's 1 inch, maybe 2. So we're talking maybe 5 centimeters, and it just almost doesn't feel worth shoveling. You often have 4 seasons in one day. Yep. Love that song.
By a down under group.
Yeah.
Split Ends. They were from New Zealand, but rose to fame in
Okay.
Australia.
Gotcha. All right.
Who have just announced a reunion tour, except 2 of the guys, it's the main lineup. It's,
Okay.
Split Ends went through 3 lineups.
Yeah.
There was one that was Philip Judd and Tim Finn and their buddies. And then Phil Judd quit the band, and Tim got his younger brother Neil to step in.
Right.
And then Neil became the star of the band, but then a lot of the other original members quit. A couple of them, like Nigel Crombie and a couple of guys stayed, and they formed a 6-piece band, because originally they were 7. And they formed a 6-piece band, and then towards the end, Tim finally had enough. He quit, so it was Neil and a couple other guys quit. So Neil brought in Paul Heller, the drummer, and another guy, and then Tim came back. Finally, Tim came back, and they did a farewell tour, and then 3 of the guys, Tim Finn, Paul Heller, and another guy that was a member of Split Ends, formed Crowded House. And then Tim Finn joined Crowded House for a little bit.
So you're saying, Andy, it just rains a lot. Cold and it rains, daffodils up and it rains at spring, hot and it rains summer, leaves down and fall and it rains. Yep. So rain.
UK, that would get
yeah.
That's like Joyce has said, like she couldn't live too far in the north. Like she couldn't live in Denmark or Scandinavia because in the winter it's just
how
the days are too short.
How short the day is. Yeah. You used to complain that we don't have seasons in Northern Ireland. It's just the same all around. Okay?
Complain you don't have seasons in Northern Ireland.
So what does it do in Northern
probably
Ireland?
Have 2.
Is it rain and
Rainy
not
season
rain,
and
rain
not
and
quite
not
rainy
rain, rain and not rain? What's Scott Rails? Dave said he left Scotland because he was so tired of the rain.
Yeah, there were many reasons he gave, but one thing was he just got tired of all the rain and weather in Scotland.
You only have 2 seasons, Southern Cal,
but then the horse
most of them are
GP
pretty,
guy,
one is awfully nice.
The horse GP guy, he talks about how much he loves the
Yeah,
Scottish
you are
weather.
surrounded by water for sure. Yeah, hot and hotter. Yeah, that too.
I don't see Northern Ireland having hot and hotter.
I wouldn't think
That's
so
the
either.
desert.
It's pretty north, isn't it? Isn't it like Denmark north?
Northern Ireland? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Northern Scotland, which is a little higher, is even with Denmark.
Hi, cameras now. Hi, Canadian Locomotive. Oh, Mr. 698 Doctor. Hello, all from Adelaide's. Oh, God, say that.
Adelaide.
Adelaide. I knew it was right. I started wrong.
Hello, Adelaide.
Hello, Miss.
We might be in.
698 DR. You got an item or?
Yes, I got to get there.
Yeah, sorry. Pushy. Didn't mean it.
I have been to, the furthest north I've been in Australia is Sydney.
Yeah, that's true. Cold, damp, and breezy.
Is Monsville in Brisbane or are they in Adelaide?
I thought they were close to Adelaide.
And I would tell you a night at the Roco table. Well, welcome, M698DR. Do you have a first name we can address you by? You are now a Knight of the Rhomboid Table, which means you can post links to your channel if you have a channel, or any channel you like, except politics or religion. We avoid those. We don't do those.
Yep.
But it can be any hobby, or like, hey, here's a place that has this jet airport on 24/7, because we got people who are fans of that. We're all somehow connected with model trains.
All right. Thanks for coming in. Canadian Locomotive. We know his name.
Yeah, that's Darren.
Darren, that's right. Glad you're here, Darren.
Well, that's how it's going to be.
Oh, Michael Robinson. All right, Michael.
All right, Sir Michael, welcome in.
Nice you're here.
I'll try to remember that.
Yeah, we'll try.
Unless we scare you off and you don't.
Yeah, that's right. Let's you go. This place is awful. I'm leaving. This tribe is Michael. Is Michael. It's bad. I can't talk.
There it is. And he's got a train channel, so we will check you out.
All right, you just got another subscriber.
All right, well, Mike and here, just in case nobody else.
Yeah, you'll put your link on.
Self-advertise, I'll self-advertise.
Okay, thank you, Darren. Darren. Oh my God, I need a cheat sheet. I really do.
And the green is worse because the heat is turned off.
White and a green. And the green is worse because the heat's turned off. Oh, yeah, especially if they're coming from somewhere that's warm all the time.
Does Denmark really get that much snow?
Oh, Mona's in Queensland. Okay. Huh. Okay. Fredo's seat is getting warm in the NASCAR heat.
Because
Good.
Greg is Melbourne.
We want
Artie
Fredo
is,
to do well.
Artie is Wollongong.
We don't know why you don't cheat. We always did.
Artie is from Wollongong.
Yeah. I don't think he likes telling people that. He's south of Sydney.
Yeah, south of Sydney. That's how we address it. South of Sydney.
South of Sydney. Oh, cool. Nice. I love it when you guys help each other out. Why not? And on the run. And on the run.
Yeah, I've noticed Fredo is not doing well.
Yeah, that I've seen of them. You're right. No, a snowstorm. So sometimes. Gotcha. I'm curious how much you snow in a year, John. Would you call it a lot?
Huh.
Like you have piles and piles of snow? Oh, did he stop?
He wants to go the other way now. Something caused him to change directions, and I didn't do it.
Okay, well, he's creeping. Starting to pick up speed. That's kind of funny.
Where is it? Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He stopped, and now he's like, I want to go backwards.
I swear it looks like he's trying to go.
Kind of does. Do you want me to give him another nudge? Varies. Yeah, I understand that. They say we're finally having more snow this year. But again, there's only been one big snowstorm that came through. It was a huge storm. We got the least amount of all the areas in Ohio, and it still was the biggest storm we've had in about 5 years. So it's just been crazy. And they say another one's on the way. So we'll see. Huh. He's kind of stuck.
He's doing kind of silly.
Oh, nice, Josh. That's terrific. I'm always curious when we travel. We go in a season, and I always wonder what your other seasons are like.
I wonder if he changed his decoder again, although he's got his lights on.
Yeah, he does. Oh, does he sometimes change numbers?
Yes. He
I
came
know
pre-programmed at 3, and every now and then, like if I...
Oh, did you do something? Because it's starting to go.
And now, he wants to go this way.
Yeah. Well, I guess let him go that way then. Ruins your pattern.
No, it's not the way I want him to go.
It ruins your pattern, but he's
Well, that's the
happier.
strange thing he is. When to drive's the only way. I told him that I want him to drive. I feel dumping for working.
You just had rain. Oh, that's so depressing in the winter, I think. It's probably the same system, Randall. It's not defined enough to say who's doing what. And they thought we'd be warm, and they keep lowering our temperature next week. Going, yeah, maybe not. They're thinking now it's going to be a northeast wind, which means we're going to get the cold off the lake and keep our temperatures down. So these storms coming in might have freezing rain, might be snow, might be rain. Yeah, okay. Same here. I really think it's globally. We definitely had our coldest January in like 100 years or something.
Not that long, but yeah.
Oh, where graffiti doesn't exist. That's your bug, huh?
Well, if you ever want to visit a place where graffiti doesn't exist, you can always visit my model train layout, because there's no graffiti on this model train layout or on any of the buildings in our town.
Is there a ton of graffiti in Toledo?
Downtown.
Is there?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't really seen much. And to be honest, I'll get in trouble with saying that, so never mind. It's good to call it art.
No, you'll get in trouble with me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I'll just keep that to myself.
Banksy aside,
yeah,
if you think you're an artist, grab a damn camera or a canvas, not somebody's building.
Well, but some people commission their buildings.
But that's different, and I'm okay with that.
I think
and they
so
do
too.
really
I think
grand
it really,
murals. I'm
yeah,
talking,
really brightens
I'm
up the
talking
neighborhood.
graffiti where a
But
train's
yes,
going
on
by
the
and
train,
everybody is
on the
scrawled
walls along the train track, and yeah, we know what you're talking about. We've been in Europe. I don't know. Is this year we maybe take the train tour?
That would be more expensive than
Europe, really?
yeah.
That it's only in America. No, it is not only in America.
Oh no.
In fact, I mean,
Denmark. I've been in.
I have seen more graffiti in Europe than I have in America. I have not traveled enough in America.
There's plenty of graffiti in
Yeah,
Germany.
Josh, you are right. They just have weird issues, and we just decided he was done because he was not following the rules.
I went to ride in a different direction.
I'm not happy. I need to go the other way.
I go the other way.
But, for the decoders and everything that's in them, it just sort of feels like they shouldn't be doing that. But this one will change its address on us all of a sudden. All right.
It's
thinking about it.
The thing is, Modellbahn Union.
They're so pretty.
Remember how much these came out and everybody was hailing them?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, some guys are saying, I'm having a little bit of issue where the decoder changes address on me.
Right.
Or
that's crazy.
The lights stopped working. This one, the lights work just fine.
Yeah, you got over.
It just hit a spot over there.
Yeah, you got over on the other side and said, yep, I'm done. I think maybe you should just turn them off.
Yeah.
He's not a happy train.
Well, it does seem like he can handle 2 hours, but not 3.
Gotcha.
Because normally he starts to slow down. This time
it just stopped. Reversed.
I know you're asking a lot of a model train to run 3 hours, but then they don't run again for
most of them do pretty well.
Several
and
weeks.
They get a long rest.
My Märklins don't complain.
It's true. They seem to be.
The Märklins are just
workhorses.
We got this. We can do this. Yep. Run us 3 hours. Run us 20 hours. We are good. We can do this.
We feel free. All that's good.
The Modellbahn Union is like a
yeah, it can. You're right.
Like a fashion model.
It happens.
I'm sorry, you're asking me to do too much work.
But
I did not sign on for 2 hours.
It's a prima donna.
I did not sign on for 2 hours.
I had a donut today.
Uh-oh.
I know. It's like I walk a lot.
Uh-oh.
It's rough on my diet.
A spanking. There's got to be a spanking.
So I didn't have the other things in my lunch.
Naughty.
Yeah.
You had a...
We wanted to do an ice cream night. We could.
Well, we can do an ice cream dinner
else
if you want.
If you want. See how we defer to each other.
We can do ice cream dinner if you want. Or
Yes.
I saw an ad for Steak Escape.
Okay.
But ice cream would be cheaper since it's already bought.
Yeah, we already have it. Yeah. And cheaper anyway, because not expensive at the store.
Sadly, that happens. Although there's plenty of grand murals.
We could do Steak Escape
that are
tomorrow.
done. Yeah,
maybe do it for lunch. I could grab it on the way back from the store.
Sounds like a deal to me.
I don't know if I want to leave
You're
that
not
early.
going to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have ice cream for dinner, and then maybe
It's been a great running day.
Really, that's good. I'm glad.
I mean, I can't say it's been gremlin free because that guy started acting up.
Right.
For the first 2.5 hours, he was great, but all of a sudden
Yeah,
he's decided
but you
he's done
also
enough.
know what he's like, so it
Yeah,
doesn't feel like a gremlin.
Yeah.
That's why you like your DC cab control. Okay. It's all right.
They have their malfunctions too. They're just
Anthony
different.
loves his trains. I think that's enough.
You got to just love what you love.
Yep. You're good with what you love.
Yeah, that donut apparently did hit you.
Why?
You're bouncing more than your usual bouncing has donut affected levels in it now.
I see. So I'm definitely on a
I see,
donut.
Frog.
Donut movie level, huh?
No, that's S Frog. Shut up. Tell me why, Frog. That's S Frog. Shut up.
Now you see, Frog. That's us, Frog. Shut up. Great Monty Python skit.
I gave lists to Jamie. I think she should do with hers. I don't know if I can go back and change it.
The manager is hiding in the bathroom. The manager was hiding in the bathroom. Märklin Digital HO is the only exception.
Oh, there you go.
Indeed.
We call suck up or what?
No.
Just teasing.
No, that's Ray.
Yeah. No, Ray's good.
No, there's plenty of people that are, you got to do what you like. I mean,
you do.
Each, whether you're 3-rail or 2-rail, they bring problems. Whether you're analog or digital, they each bring problems. Digital solves some of the problems of analog, but it has its own. Analog doesn't have the problems digital has.
Sure.
But they each have it.
They do.
The thing is,
so Josh, does it work when you say dumb train, get moving?
well, it did for me a couple of weeks ago. Or no, it was, which one did I run? Oh, I ran the class 102 and I complained about what a crappy runner it was, and then it ran beautifully.
And then it was like, no, we're
Its
not
feelings
crappy.
were hurt.
Yes, I'm a good train.
And by the way, that's a Märklin.
Oops.
They're the exception to the rule.
Always.
All my Märklins
Always
are
there's
great,
exceptions.
except that 102.
My hair keeps falling down. Need a little more humidity. Yeah, I say my hair is the best hygrometer I know.
Hygrometer?
Hygrometer measures the humidity.
Oh, as opposed to hydrometer.
I think so.
Hydrometer measures moisture or water.
Oh, I'm pretty sure hygrometer. Anyway,
I think
I could
that's
be
what they
wrong.
use to measure rain.
So,
What does the rain gauge say?
Yeah. Actually, a lot better. I mean, I wobbled my ankle around, and I don't have, maybe just a little touchy spot on it. And the knee's pretty good. It's always my treadmill that tells me if it's completely healed, because I've had my speed down just a little bit.
So tomorrow you're going to try it.
I might crank it up a little more. I'm running up the stairs again.
Oh, okay.
That's a good sign.
Or a bad sign.
Well, as far as health, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I wasn't for several weeks there. My hands are healing.
It's been a long time healing.
Nothing on them for 2 days. So
Okay.
I'm happy that it's scabbed up as much as it has.
Yeah. You're just full of injuries.
I am. I had a very bad week there.
You're full of boo-boos.
And I am recovering as we speak. So, yeah. Yeah. I need to stop doing stuff like that.
Yeah, well, Josh, and the thing is, track, the more you run your trains, the more you have to clean the track too.
It is, that's for sure.
And I'm bad about that, but I do have dates that I kind of have marked down. It's like, clean your track by this date.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to take all these trains off early this weekend because I have not run any of these Christmas trains that were in the video I posted yesterday.
Oh, you haven't run them in.
They have not been run in. They're loaded into my computer, but they have not been run in. So I want to run all three.
Little Christmas train.
Yeah, that's the one that came in the box kit with the white track.
Okay, because I watched your video. I actually did watch it.
Yeah, it's very cute. And it's not a made up. It's an actual Class 80.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't have lights.
Yeah,
it is as low budget as it goes.
Right.
But
it's got a pretty design on it.
Oh, yeah, it's very cute. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw those two. So I guess I just fell asleep or something.
Evo was asking about the 120. This is the 185.
Okay.
I have two 185s now. They both have gold pantographs and gold.
Okay. Let's see how the 185 swings.
Well, because I keep buying odd specialty 185s. You know, the one that the guy
Whoa, that's got a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah.
That's a heavy
old
train.
This is old world Märklin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was saying these are.
So Kaya is his last chance to say hi, and he came running.
Uh-oh.
Love you, Omanopa and Lizzie, too. All right, we'll do our greeting.
All right.
So plug your ears,
if you're new to the
everybody.
channel, cover your ears.
Yeah, this is our grandson.
That is my daughter, Lynn, and her husband, Chris, and our grandson, Kyan, who just turned 5 a few weeks ago.
He sure did.
So here we go. All right, are you ready?
Okay, yep.
Kyan! Hi, Kyan! Hi, Opa
loves
Happy
you.
birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday.
I know I did say happy birthday. You're talking about it.
Hey,
See you
Kyan.
on Sunday.
You see on Sunday.
Chris, it's Swissfield, but you don't have to put the stuff on it. I think that worked last time.
Yeah, I'll just put the tomato sauce separate.
Yep.
We'll do the Swiss.
Yeah, did you weigh it?
No, I haven't weighed it yet.
Yeah, because you haven't done your first look. Okay.
Right. Now that we're on the same
Yeah.
page.
Yes.
No, I haven't done a running in or anything yet. Have you weighed it? No, because I haven't done a running in or anything yet.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And that's the new, that gorgeous red and silver locomotive. There is that new one from SudExpress. Boy, those are.
Yeah, Arlen Kills You is our son-in-law, Chris. I assume Lindy's around too. Sunday, you need to explain your username.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's from a video. It's from a video game or something.
Lint kills it. What?
So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's
it's
about
that bad time, isn't it?
About that time.
See if he's got anything on this computer. Sometimes he does.
Who what?
Sometimes you have Märklin on
sometimes
here.
I have things on the
Yeah,
computer.
I was looking. Super show and tell. You could call it that.
The super show and tell.
You only have one thing running down there.
Yeah, because the Virgin started acting up. It does not have the proper. I use some Märklin things in it. They seem to work, but it might be causing problems.
Gotcha. Okay.
How do I clean my track? With what and how long does it take you? Depends on what I'm cleaning it with. I have cleaning cars that I run about once every 2 months, and then 3 times a year I get out my cleaner, and I have a thing called rail conditioner and cleaner. This little stuff here, Conducta Lube. And I put that on a chamois, which is then wrapped around a block that is wrapped in, so you have a wooden block to give it grip. And then I have super glued some very thick, hard padded foam. And then I wrap a chamois on that, and I just run it along my tracks, and my tracks are whistle clean.
Yeah, cleans them very well.
They're very, they're good. So on that note, I was talking about all my catchphrases at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I got too many.
Yeah, indeed.
So on that note, I'm sorry. Just to annoy Jean Ricard. All right. So until next Friday, we want to thank you all for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Yes, you saw Metronome. I'm sorry you just came in because we're just getting ready to log off. Our 3 hours have come in. Oh, and hi all. Miller Watson. Yep, we started writing the metronomes in 2003 was the first time we wrote a metronome, 2004. So anyhow, we got to get going because it's dinner time now. So I want to thank you all for joining us on another Friday journey. Hopefully we'll be here same bat time, same bat channel next week.
That's the plan.
Until then, I'm going to say Auf Wiedersehen.
Cheers.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye.